Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Let's Get Ready for Registration for Fall 2026 webinar by KB International Advising Team. So before we begin the webinar, I would like to acknowledge that we at Cortland Polytechnic University respectfully acknowledge that we live, work, and study in a region that overlaps with the unceded traditional and ancestral First Nations territories of the Musqueam, Kassi, Semiahmoo, Tsawwassen, Kakay, and Coquitlam, and with the lands of the Kwantlen First Nation, which gifted its name to this university. We are thankful to them for helping care for the lands and waters since time immemorial, and we honor their graciousness to the students who seek knowledge here. So before we welcome our presenter, I would like to quickly go over a few housekeeping items. I'm sure everyone is very excited to start your first semester at KBU, and today you must have a lot of questions and inquiries, whether they are related to registration or questions about life as an international student in Canada. The webinar today will cover lots of information regarding those aspects, so please pay close attention to the presentation, as many of your questions will be answered by our presenter. At the end of our session, we will open up the Q&A platform, and you can leave your questions in the Q&A box on the screen. A number of staff from our department, from our team, will try to answer as many of your questions as we can. And if there are any reoccurring questions, we will publish the questions and answers for all of you to see. So before posting your questions, please make sure to review the questions that are already answered and shared publicly. And please remember, your questions may already be answered in the presentation. So it's important that you pay close attention to the presentation first. Moreover, if you are a newly admitted student for fall 2026, you should already receive the course recommendation email with the handouts from our team. Please have a look at the handouts, and we hope you already have an idea of which courses you should take for the first semester. Secondly, I would like to let everyone know that we will be recording today's session, and we'll be sharing this video with you. So please keep an eye on your KBU email account, and we'll be sending you an email with a link to the video later this week. So now I will pass over the mic to our presenter, Hillary. So Hillary is our International Student Advisor at KBU International, and she has extensive experience working with international students. Hillary, please feel free to start whenever you're ready. Thank you.
Hillary, you are on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Sorry. Hello, everyone. Welcome to KPU. I hope you are excited about starting your journey at KPU. My name is Hillary, and I'm the International Student Advisor. We will cover lots of information today. This is all essential information to be aware as a new international student. So I will encourage you to take notes as we go along and jot down any questions you may have. You can ask questions at the end of the webinar. Some of the key topics I will cover in this webinar are the roles of International Student Advisor, how to register courses, and also the types of courses offered at KPU, the importance of maintaining full-time status for your future post-graduation work permit program. We will also go briefly on KPU and some of academic and non-academic support services, which is available to you as a KPU student. Next slide, please. We will talk about International Advising Team. What is the role of International Advising Team? Advisors are here to support international students in all academic and non-academic matters. Our goal is to create a welcoming and inclusive environment where you may ask questions, seek guidance, and we hope you will succeed in both your academic and personal journey at KPU. Next slide, please. Now I will introduce the advisors who make up the international advising team. So these are the advisors that you will see all the time when you need advising help as you go through your educational journey at KPU. We have a total of 5 advisors at KPU. We are all based on our Surrey campus. You can see all the advisors speak a second language in addition to English. Next slide, please. We also have support team. We have the international advising manager, advising assistant, and 1 student assistant to help with us. Next slide. What do the international advisors do? International student advisors offer both academic and non-academic support services. In terms of academic support, we help you with program exploration, plan your courses for every term, guiding you in your progression and graduation check, answer questions you may have regarding your academic standing, how to meet course prerequisites. Overall, we help you to understand KPU policies and procedures. As for the non-academic aspect, we can help you with regards to all your immigration-related concerns related to your study permit, working eligibility, as well as your future post-graduation work permit. We also issue letters as needed by students for your immigration application. Next slides. So when you need to see international student advisor, for any immigration-related questions, regardless of your program and how many credits you have completed, you should always meet with international advisor. If you are a pathway student doing ELST or ENGQ or TREES program, you should also see international student advisor for all your academic and non-academic inquiries. For the students who are doing a certificate, diploma, or associate degree, those also the students who are in the bachelor program, if you're doing your first and second year, you all need to meet with international student advisor with all your questions, whether it's immigration related or academic. Next slide. In addition to international student advisors, KPU also has degree advisors. So if you're pursuing bachelor's program and students who have completed more than 45 credits, or if you are in a post-bac or graduate diploma program, you should see degree advisor for your course planning and program progression related questions. KPU has business degree advisor, arts degree advisor, science, health, and design degree advisors. Next slide. Then how to meet with international student advisor? There are 2 traditional ways you can meet with international student advisor. First, you can book a 30 minutes appointment. 30 minutes appointment is recommended when you need to discuss something in detail, or you have several questions. For instance, if you need the advisor to help you with course planning, or how to decide on your future programs, or you want to do a graduation check, you do need to book a 30 minutes appointment. Next slide. Second way to connect with advisor is through a drop-in session. For drop-in, you do need to book a time slot. Instead, you should sign up 15 minutes before drop-in start time, and you have to wait in line for your name to be called. You only have 10 to 15 minutes to discuss with advisors. When to do the drop-in, if you have immediate concerns or you have a quick question, you can join a drop-in session. You can find advisor drop-in sessions and also how to join the sessions, as well as how to book a 30-minute appointment at the International Advising website. Next slide. KPU has 3 academic terms per calendar year. The terms are referred as fall, spring, and summer semesters. The fall term is from September to December, spring from January to April, summer from May to August. The course registration usually begins 1.5 months before the new semester starts. So this means for fall 2026 term, the registration will begin around mid-July. Next slide. Regarding registration priority, all KPU students will be classified into one of the groups based on credits completed. The registration schedule will be ordered by group. The order of registration considers only completed courses with grades. For new students in all academic levels, your order is the second, which means you get an earlier registration date and the time. Next slide. There are a few important reminders for you to keep, for you to take note. If you are currently awaiting a decision on your study permit, you should still go ahead and register for your classes. But it is important to keep in mind about the dates and the deadlines. First scenario, if your study permit application is approved, you must submit the proof of approval before August 15th, 2026. If your study permit application is still pending, you will have until the last day to drop deadline without financial penalty, which is on September 7, 2026, to drop your registered courses and apply for a deferral. You can contact the admissions team at international@kpu.ca for the deferral process. The third, if your study permit is denied, you must drop all your classes before the last day to drop deadline, which is September 7th, 2026, so that there will be no financial penalty. You have to follow the International Refund Guide regarding the refund of your confirmation deposit. The steps for requesting a refund can be found in the link provided here. Next slide. Now, we will briefly go over mykpu.ca. mykpu.ca is a platform which allows students to access several apps through a single sign-in account. We encourage you to sign in my KPU account, and then you can make some student cards as your favorite. You can access to the registration system by clicking the Register for Class card, for example. Next slide. In the dates and the deadline pages, you will be able to find important information regarding the first day of class, the last day to drop the courses with 100% refund, which is September 7th, fee payment deadline, September 24th, and the last day to withdraw the courses. We encourage you to review the dates and deadlines for each semester and mark them on your calendar. Next slide. Now, we will go over some pre-registration steps. First, you need to know your KPU login information. Without your login information, you don't have access to the registration portal. You use your user ID will be your KPU student email, and your default password will be your date of birth. For example, if your birthday is January 1st, 2000, the password will be 01JAN2000. If you are unsure of your password, you can go to self-service password management page and follow the steps to reset your password. Next slide. You need to know your registration date and registration time. To find your registration date and the time, you search for register for classes on my KPU and then click on prepare for registration. You can also go to Student Enrollment Service website, and then there is a step-by-step video to teach you how and where to find your registration time ticket. As a new student, we discussed before, you will get the earliest registration date. So as most of the courses tend to get filled up very quickly, please take advantage of your early registration date and the time and enroll your classes as early as possible. Next slide. Action items. When you try to register for your courses, you will receive a pop-up notification informing you that an action item is pending. You must clear this action item in order to continue with the registration process. This is basically your social insurance number submission. If you have your social insurance number already, enter your SIN number, click Save, and you continue. If you do not have the social insurance number now, please choose I do not have SIN and click Save, then continue. Again, there is a step-by-step video on Student Enrollment Service website to teach you how to clear this item. Next slide. Course recommendation. All new students are emailed a list of recommended courses to take in your first semester. You should have received an email already. Please check your KPU email. Just want to remind you, the course recommendations are based on your faculty and the intended major when you submit application to KPU. So you need to review the course recommendation handout in advance. This is a recommendation only. You may take courses outside these options, but you are encouraged to use the university calendar when doing so. If you are a transfer student, you have some courses transferred to KPU already, then the course recommendation may differ for you. So we recommend you to book an appointment with an advisor before you register courses as a transfer student. Next slide. The university calendar. The university calendar provides the program information, including curricular and program declaration requirements, and also admissions requirements. For each program, the university calendar serves as the official guide to KPU's academic programs. You need to refer to the university calendar when planning your courses. Next slide. International tuition deposit will be applied from the second term. After the first term registration, you must ensure you have a minimum balance of $2,200 as the international tuition deposit in your KPU account before registering for courses for the upcoming term. Students who not have this amount will have a deposit hold on your account, and you do not have access to the online registration, and you cannot register for courses. So just want to clarify, there's no additional fees, but this amount will be applied towards your tuition later. Next slide. Registration demo. We have included some relevant screenshots to discuss key registration steps and the registration procedure. Next slide. Once you open the Register for Class card, click Register for Class option. Next slide. Select the full 2026 term in the drop-down menu and click Continue. This will direct you to a page where you can search for the courses available for a given semester. Next slide. There is also an option for you to use. It's called Advanced Search feature. This feature allows students to find classes on a specific campus or a specific time, or you look for a specific instructor. You can use the Advanced Search feature, to fill in the fields and do a customized search. Next slide. When searching for any course in a subject field, it is important to enter the course name, but not the program name. For example, we will try criminology, or you can put CRIM in a subject area. Next slide. Then, in the course number field, enter 1100 and click Search. Next slide. This search will lead you to a list of sections for Criminology 1100 that will be offered in fall 2026. Next slide. You will find the class schedule information in the meeting times column. If you click the course title in the title column, you should be able to see more details regarding the courses, such as who is the instructor, is there any course restrictions, or what is the instructional method, and the status of this information. Next slide. Adding a course. Once you have chosen a section, then you can add the course. Next slide. This will put the class into our summary panel at the bottom right corner, and the class schedule window is at the bottom left. Remember that adding a course does not mean you are already registered in a class. You have to make sure that the register option is selected in the action drop-down menu in the summary panel. And then you need to click Submit at the bottom. Next slide. Now you are successfully placed into the class. When you see that registration status has been changed to registered. Next slide. Whenever adding a specific course to your schedule, you need to make sure there are no time conflicts with another course already in your schedule. If you have classes at different campuses on the same day, please ensure you have enough time to commute between different campuses. If you want to drop a course, simply select Drop from the drop-down menu and then click Submit. Next slide. If the course you want to register is full, you will see another option called Waitlisted in the drop-down menu. If you want to put yourself onto the wait list, then select it and submit. And then you can see your status has been changed into waitlisted. Next slide. If you want to see what is your number for the waitlist position, you can select the schedule details in your class schedule window. Then click the arrow to the left of the course title. Then you will find your waitlisted number. Next slide. Now we will give you another example. We will add another class. This time, we try to add a class that has a lab component. We will choose biology. Next slide. We choose biology 1160. Next slide. Please note, many of the science courses in KPU, such as chemistry, physics, and biology, all these courses have both a lecture and a lab component. When you register courses, you must select both the lab and the lecture to register. The lab component will show as 0 credits, while the lecture component will show as 4 credits. Next slide. Let's add both lecture and lab. Select Add All. Then both lecture and lab will be added to the summary panel. Next slide. Again, you need to make sure the register option is selected and click Submit. Next slide. Now you see both the lecture and the lab are successfully registered. Next slide. So now we give you a registration demo. It's important to note some of the common errors you might receive when register for your classes. And we also want you to understand what those errors mean. First, closed waitlisted. This means that the section you are trying to enroll is in full, but you have the option to waitlist for this course. Once you put yourself on the waiting list, it's important to check your KPU email on a daily basis to see if you have received the waitlist notification email. If you received the email for a seat offer, you have to register for the course within 24 hours. If you fail to register the seat within 24 hours, the seat will be offered to the students who is on the next on the waiting list. Next, prerequisites and co-requisites error. The prerequisite course is a course that you must have completed with a minimum grade of C, unless otherwise specified differently. A co-requisite is a course that must be taken at the same time with another course. If you have taken a course previously, a minimum final grade of C is required to fulfill a co-requisite. So if you don't meet these prerequisite requirements, you will receive a prerequisite and a co-requisite error message. The third one is time conflicts error. So when you attempt to register in a section that either has the class time or exam time that overlapping with another class on your schedule already, then you will get this time conflicts error message. Then you have to choose another section to register. Last one is linked course error message. Remember, we just did a demo for biology. So most of the science courses, they have both lecture and lab. This means you have to register in a lecture and a lab at the same time. If you try to register only for one of the section, then you will get link error message. So always make sure you register in both sections at the same time. Next slide. Now we will talk about reserves and restrictions. You may also receive reserve and restriction message when attempting to register for courses. This is because some sections for a particular course are reserved for a specific group of students. For example, for accounting course with 7 sections open, maybe 3 sections are reserved for students who are doing a BBA in accounting major. Just remember, most reserves are removed about 3 weeks after the start of registration, and those seats will become available for all the students who are eligible to register in that course. Restrictions is different. Restrictions are permanent. They will not be removed. Restrictions are placed on certain courses that are meant for students in a specific program. For example, information courses are restricted to the students who are in a Bachelor of Information Technology or Computer Information System diploma. Other students in the other program will be restricted to register these courses. Next slide. We will discuss math requirements. KPU's grade 12 math requirements. For KPU science programs, we all have university level math, physics, chemistry, and biology courses. For students, then you have to take in order to graduate. With the exception of biology courses, grade 12 math with a minimum grade of C is a prerequisite for all university level science courses. If you do not have grade 12 math with a minimum grade of C, when you attempt to register for any undergraduate chemistry, physics, or math courses, you will get prerequisites error message. Other programs like Diploma in Business Administration, Associate of Arts in Economics, we also have one or more courses that require grade 12 math as a prerequisite. If you are a student who are in these programs and you do not have grade 12 math, we advise you to take courses that do not have grade 12 math as a prerequisite in your first semester. So in order to fulfill the prerequisites requirement for your future course selection, you either need to take math qualifying courses or do the math placement test. We recommend you to see an advisor to fully understand before you register for any courses if you do not have grade 12 math as a prerequisite. Next slide. There are 3 main types of courses offered at KPU. Full-term courses run for the duration of the semester. For example, for fall term, the full-term classes will start in the beginning of September and end in December. Intersession courses are not very common. if they are offered, except you need to expect to have more classes per week compared to a full-term courses, because the material that is taught in 4 months is condensed in a 1.5 months period. Normally, there are 2 intersessions offered in a semester called session 1. For example, in 4 semester, session 1 is from September to October. Session 2 from November to December. It is important to note the deadline to add and drop classes is different from the full-term courses. You can check dates and the deadlines on the dates and the deadline website. Qualifying courses. You can consider them as high school level courses. Students can upgrade their knowledge and proficiency in a subject area so that you may proceed to future undergraduate level studies. Qualifying courses usually end with a Q. For example, if you're doing ENGQ, MATQ, and these considered as qualifying courses. Just remember, qualifying courses do not count towards your undergraduate credits. So that means you cannot use them to fulfill any undergraduate program requirements. Next slide. KPU offers 5 course delivery modes. In-person classes. In KPU, most classes are offered in person. Students must physically present in class. Next is blended asynchronous classes. This is a combination of both in-person and online, while the online component of the course is not delivered at any specific time. That means you can view the course content online at your own time. Blended synchronous classes. That's a combination of both in-person and online class, where the online portion of the class is scheduled at a specific time, which means you must be online at the time specified in your schedule. Online and synchronous classes have no scheduled meeting time. The instructor will upload materials and pre-recorded lectures online. You may view the lecture online at your own time. These type of courses require a lot of self-discipline. Next is online synchronous classes. That means the instructor gives a live lecture at the specified time. So you must be logged into your Moodle at the scheduled time. As international students, we recommend you to take only in-person or blended courses, particularly in your first semester. Taking online courses may impact the length of your future post-graduation work permit. You must register for the online courses. Let's say, for whatever reasons, you have no other choice, please consult with an international advisor first. Next slide. I want you to pay special attention to these slides. If you want to apply for future post-graduation work permit upon completion of your studies, it is important to understand that one of the criteria to apply for a PGWP is that you must maintain full-time student status throughout your studies. Full-time means you have to enroll at least 9 credits per semester at KPU. For example, if you are enrolled in 9 credits and later you withdraw from a course and then you only got 6 credits left, then you will be considered as a part-time student for that semester. However, there are 2 exceptions to this rule. For example, you can take a scheduled break. Scheduled break means you can take 1 semester off and be a part-time student in 1 semester per calendar year, provided that you maintain full-time status before and after the break. Another exception is the authorized leave. Authorized leave can be provided if you need to take a semester off that cannot be qualified as a scheduled break. In case of applying authorized leave, you must meet with an advisor for approval, and we also need to say if you are eligible. You also need to provide all the supporting documents for approval. Next slide. Now we will briefly touch on the support resources that you can access free of charge throughout your time at KPU. Next slide. To help you prepare for the classroom, we have academic integrity tutorial and KPU 100 courses. We highly recommend you to complete them before starting your first semester. They will give you a head start on your academic journey at KPU. Academic integrity tutorial this is a course. This is also very important course. This course provides you with the meaning of academic integrity as defined by KPU. This course also provides some common examples of academic misconduct and its consequences. And also we provide strategies to uphold academic integrity. Remember, it is the student's responsibility to understand what constitutes academic integrity violation, and you need to do everything to avoid it. KPU 100. This is a non-credit 1-week program with no fee for all KPU students. The topics covered in this course, such as how to manage your time effectively, how to take notes, how to prepare for exams, how to do group projects, and how to communicate effectively. And also how to use KPU technology such as Moodle. So it's a very practical and useful course. Next slide. Learning Center. The Learning Center provides lots of academic support to all KPU students. In Learning Center, you have the option of booking a tutor if you need additional help with course assignments. Or you think, oh, I need to improve my study skills. Then you can book an appointment with learning strategist. You can also get help with your writing assignments. All these services are free of charge. So make the most of use of the Learning Center each academic semester. Next slide. We also have important international advising team for the academic resources we provided. The international student advising resources, you can view them on international advising websites. On these resources, you can find lots of information such as academic and non-academic topics, immigration information. We also have prepared lots of advising videos on popular topics, and also the other topics such as graduation checklist, how to apply for your postgraduate work permit, how to extend your study permit, and other immigration resources. The whole idea is to support you from entering KPU as a freshman to the end of your study as a graduate. So also make full use of the international student advising resources by checking KPU advising website. Non-academic support resources. Next slide. So we will go over the support services that you can benefit from on a personal level. Next slide. Peer mentorship program. This program is specially designed to support new students. Every new student is connected with a peer mentor in their first semester. Peer mentors are current KPU students. You can reach out throughout your first semester. These peer mentors can help you with some of the personal challenges you may face as a new student. You can also get help to get familiarized with the campus. They also help to introduce you to other new students. They help you to build connections by holding social events throughout the semester. Second, TELUS Health Support Student App. During the semester, if you are going through a difficult time in your life, or you are experiencing some anxiety or depression for whatever reasons, you can download the TELUS Health Student Support app. They provide professionally trained counselors with whom you can talk to over the phone or live chat 24/7. The conversations are kept confidential, and the service is free of charge to all KPU students. KPU counseling. KPU has counselors. These counselors can help you if you have any concerns that are impacting your academic or motivation. We also have KPU Safe app. This app can help you to contact security and emergency services. You can find out what to do in the event of an emergency. I encourage you to download the app at your earliest convenience. Next slide. As a new student, you will be automatically enrolled in a GuardMe insurance program. Remember, this is a temporary insurance. As soon as you arrive in Canada, you must enroll in a BC Medical Service Plan. It's also called BCMSP program. Any students who plans to reside in Canada for longer than 6 months is required to enroll in BCMSP. Remember, this is mandatory. Once you have received your BCMSP card, you can opt out from GuardMe. Next is a KSA Extended Health and Dental Plan. This is also something that all students are automatically enrolled in. It is also mandatory. That means you cannot opt out from this plan unless you have similar benefits through an employer or somewhere else. If you have any questions regarding the insurance, you can contact International Students Life Team for further support. Their contact information is provided here. Next slide. Pre-boarding checklist. To prepare you to come to Canada, remember you need to carry the following documents before boarding your flight. Your flight tickets, your passport, port of entry letter, visa or ETA, and your letter of acceptance. You can also access IRCC's pre-departure guide. It has very good tips and information for international students embarking on Canada. If you have any questions related to your travel to Canada, we also have a team to support you, and they could be reached by email internationaltransitions@kpu.ca. Next slide. Then how to contact us? As we mentioned before, you can book a 30-minute appointment through Advisor Connect or join a drop-in session. You can also contact us through phone or by email at internationalstudents@kpu.ca. Feel free to reach out to International Advising Team during your time at KPU. Next slide. Last but not least, we will host a Work in Canada workshop on October 9th, 2026 to all international students. You will learn how to make the most of your Canadian university experience for your future career success. So this is also a great opportunity for you to connect with fellow students and discover available post-graduation support resources. I strongly encourage you to attend this event. So on behalf of the International Advising Team, we wish you all the best of luck for your first semester at KPU, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. I will pass it back to James.
Thank you very much for such a great presentation, Hillary. It was a pleasure to have you with us. I hope everyone enjoyed the presentation and learned a lot of great information for your first semester. So before we continue with the Q&A session, I would like to remind everyone that we will be sharing a recording of this webinar later this week to make sure you can review the information prior to starting your registration period. If you have any questions that were not answered during today's webinar, please feel free to contact us and contact the internal office at KPU. As Hillary has kindly shared, you can email us at internationalstudents@kpu.ca, or you can book an appointment with one of our advisors through advisorconnect.kpu.ca, or join one of our drop-ins when they are available. And if you have some time in October, please come join our Work in Canada workshop to learn more about working in Canada as an international student and also the available resources at KBU to support your career. This concludes the webinar. We will now open the Q&A section. Please feel free to type in your question, and if we have a reoccurring question, we will publish it for everyone to see. So before posting your question, please make sure you have reviewed all the ones that are published and shared. However, please note that this Q&A is meant to support questions that are general only. If you have questions that are more specific and complicated and require more personalized assistance, please contact one of our advisors to an appointment or drop-in. Again, thank you for attending today's webinar. We wish you all the best with your first semester at KPU in fall 2026. And our international advising team is looking forward to seeing you here at KPU. Thank you very much.